Josh, did you think you'd be here? I mean, 4 years, $92 million. A couple of years back, you had to fight through injuries, but you got a new home with the Twins.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a process, getting to this point. And then there was a process of making the decision. And it was very, I wanted to be very mindful of every situation that I could possibly getting myself into. And when I looked at it, at the end of the day, I felt like this is a spot for me where I felt like not only could I have personal success, but the team could have more success as well.
So Jay, did you, when you went through that whole process, did you ever waver? Or were you just saying, look, I'm trusting in me and how good I am, and I know I'm gonna get my day?
Are you talking about leading up to this year?
Yeah, leading up to this year.
Yeah, you know what? I wish I could say like confidence didn't get shaken a little bit. But I think as all athletes, when you're dealing with, things that are physical, they start, creeping mentally as well.
Right.
And it was tough. When you don't feel like you have those answers and things kind of continue to transpire, for me, it's the more I can get out of that emotional state and think more analytically about how I'm going to go about this process, more critical thinking and problem solving of how I can get ahead of this. And for me to do that, last off season and then go into the season, play 155, and I sat out 2 games the last week to where I was still, rolling body-wise. Yeah. I could have easily played with 157 last year. So that was definitely very rewarding after the season that happening.
To get to the point where you get that deal, we always making adjustments as players, right? Always making adjustments on the fly. What clicked to the point where you felt like everything that you worked on in the K's has been able to transition to that 7:05 start where you're like, all right, no matter what you do, you make a mistake, it's going to cost you?
I think it's just owning your preparation and having an understanding of yourself. I've said that for years, and it's not any less true for me today. The more I can understand how I'm moving, what I'm trying to accomplish, what my approach is, and then trust that going into the game, continue to have success, the mindset changes from, man, I hope I get a hit today, to, I'm walking to the yard expecting, or not even expecting, but just knowing that there's 3 barrels that are getting caught today.
You played in a great lineup last year, but is this potentially the best lineup you've ever been a part of in your career?
I mean, up and down. I mean, you look at the historical home runs season that they had last year. That was definitely intriguing, but, being in this game as long as I have, every year is different, every year is unique, and it's understand, like, opening day, we're not getting to 308 home runs, 307 home runs. It's about going about our business, playing to win, and our lineup, it has that capability to put up crooked numbers in a heartbeat. But it's not just about going out there and hitting the ball over the fence. It's about coming out here playing defense, locking teams down, giving our pitchers confidence, our pitchers going out there getting big outs for us. So now when the postseason comes, all these things are coming natural. Like, you don't feel like you have to go outside of yourself. It's just a natural process.
I like asking all the guys this, and Freddie Freeman yesterday told me he needs about 40 at-bats, maybe 50. He gets bored.
Yeah.
How many at-bats does it take you to get so you feeling like, all right, let's go, turn the switch on, let's get this thing?
I think for everybody it's different.
Yeah.
Freddie is definitely one of those guys that I play with in spring training. He has it down to like a number of at-bats. This is where he's getting to.
Yeah.
And I respect Freddie for knowing himself that well. For me, sometimes I've went into seasons where I've had 10 at-bats and been ready to roll opening day, and then I've had seasons to where I raked, hit 400, had 50 at-bats. I went into opening day, and I'm like, uh-oh. What happened? So it's a feel thing, and I think everybody knows that when they get there. And for me, going back to even more of what I said earlier, it's knowing that preparation, knowing what it takes, knowing that success right now isn't necessarily if I get a hit. It's just how I'm going about that at bat.
Congratulations on the new deal, the new home.
Appreciate it very much. I'm happy about it. Thank you, man.
See you, bro.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.